Create a new file large enough for the guitar parts. Import from the desired vector files folder. In this case, the front of the body. The same for the other side. In the Modeling tab, now import the body surfaces. Now create your own toolpaths. Either import the template saved by you, or if you prefer, you can purchase toolpath templates for each guitar on our list. Check the value by email in the description below. The height of the material must be adjusted correctly. Position it in component properties so that the body with 1.77 is halfway above the 0 level of the job. Finally, Vectric made a significant improvement. Finally, we can see the tool and move the simulation. It came too late, but better late than never. Now if you bought the toolpath templates, just double-click and select the corresponding vector and calculate. These toolpaths are set to the fewest bits and the easiest to find. The movement adjustments are safe, and you will probably think they are very slow, but this is to prevent beginners from having problems with bit breakage, avoid ruining your wood, or even prevent your CNC from having a problem like derailment of the guides or in CNC with weak structures, and may even cause damage that is more complicated to repair. When you use the double-sided mode, be aware of the surfaces that I advance to the opposite side, or perhaps better say, with the reliefs that are below 0 level. 0 level is the line that separates the machining of the top and bottom parts. The 0 level by default is active in the 3D view. Add a new level and choose Merge. In Properties, move the plane until the relief is fully exposed. Try to avoid lowering it to the bottom. This can cause a problem with some finish runs, causing the cutter to accidentally descend to the base of the table. Sometimes it seems obvious that you are not going to let this happen, but believe me, sometimes this goes unnoticed. Note that the bit paths change color between outside and inside the cut material view. That's cool. Double sides on the Aspire is purely visual. It is not genuinely 3D software. Using both sides makes it a lot easier to know if both are working perfectly, but visually it can present errors and confuse you if you're not used to Aspire or VCarve yet. I would recommend using files with separate sides if you have difficulty with this. When Aspire imports a 3D object into its workspace, it always loads it slightly off-center. Normally it is between 0.02 to 0.04 in the X and Y directions. The resolution in Aspire in the 3D view is always bad and doesn't represent very well the reality of the surface that you notice in the 3D view is much better. So don't worry too much if the 3D representation under the 2D view doesn't seem to fit perfectly. To be sure, check the machining simulation results. The result on your CNC should be the same as what you see on the screen. Another thing you don't need to get mad about is the combined top and bottom 3D view. When two-sided surfaces are imported, the component may melt to the other side. Do your best to adjust them, but don't worry about it. As I said earlier, Aspire simulates a 3D view of objects, but in reality they are two independent sides. This simulated view is just to give us an idea if our two-sided machining is going well. To do this, just see the simulation results on each side separately. There is a way to solve this melting, but sometimes it is laborious. It modifies the relief, and if it is not something that you really need to see them perfectly as in a 3D software, I don't see this justifiable effort. When you have more sheets in your project, there can be certain problems with your toolpaths groups. I suggest that each group of toolpaths be related to its leaf and side. If you happen to use the same path name on different sides or sheets, one toolpath may be replaced by another. I still don't know if this version 11.5 has been improved. Apparently not yet, but I'm making 10 new guitars and soon I'll mention it in the next videos. About the organization of toolpaths, I detail this more in my tutorial available for purchase. The link is in the description below. In this tutorial you have a series of short videos that show each feature of Aspire and VCarve as you will use them to make your guitars. It is a complete guide for you who are starting. Keep watching to see the same process again, now doing with the neck components. Thanks for watching. I hope the video helps you.